Whew, that was close. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting ERL here. I am PRT Schumacher, along with my good friend GNIEVKO. How are we this afternoon, my man?
We are good. We are back again for the penultimate round.
We've got one more
of the first season in ERL.
Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil.
The home track of Mr. Arten Senna himself.
Exactly.
This is the last. This is the last one before Abu Dhabi is next week. So we're looking forward to that. Mr. Blue, we will say Mr. Blue is Sweet Crown. So Mr. Blue is formerly known as Sweet Crown. If that makes sense.
Quite close.
Let's just turn all them on.
Quite cloudy on the circuit.
Here we
so
go.
We can expect some rain.
Hopefully. He did say
Mr. Divine should retire. He's got a poorly band.
Oh, has he? Okay, well, yeah. I didn't know that, so... Another full grid, it's good to see. Got 19. Got one missing, I believe that is Seb. Yeah, Mystic Divine has retired. Hello, Cameron. That's just one of my drivers saying hello in the chat. We've got a couple of drivers coming out. I believe one's a Red Bull and a Haas.
And one of the Haas, yes.
Yeah, and a Renault. Oh! And the Renault glitched into the pit wall. which was a bit weird. So that would be Dulex. Danny, I believe, is Danny Boy a new driver or is he a reserve?
Yeah, it's just a reserve.
He's a reserve. Thank you very much. So at the moment we've got Sean Stewart. He's in the Haas. He's on an outlap. Jim Strab's retired. Danny Boy's on an outlap, and so is.
I think that's just Jim's strategy. We all know it.
Dulac. So let's see who. Apparently, Jonathan's just said it's going to be raining in the race.
How many more times does it want to rain in the RL?
Yeah. It rained in Mexico, I believe, as well.
Yeah. Half wet, half dry, then one wet.
Yeah, it was a half wet, half dry circuit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people out on their outlaps at the moment. Severe's out.
Yeah, and we've got Sean Stewart who will be starting his hot lap.
Yep, he's crossing the line now.
He has got the Red Bull at his back and he's letting him through. So it's now Dazzle going through the Senna S into turn 3 and now onto the DRS straight.
Great circuit.
As we are going down into turn 4. Of course, the record in the first sector. And now we are coming up into these
very
double
quick
apex
times around here. I have noticed we have got. Oh no, we haven't. I thought we got Brando missing, but he is here. I couldn't see him.
Yeah, this is his second test race.
Expect some very quick laps around here, very quick.
Yeah, so Cambo's also retiring.
Oh, Cam, yeah, he's in a Toro. He's racing the Toro Rosso, or he was in Toro Rosso. I know Bando's retiring as well.
Yeah,
so
Dazzle is just finished crossing the line, and it's gonna be the first time on the board, and it's 110.7.
Yep. Oh, Danny Boyd's got a 110.0. Wow.
Yeah. And Danny Boy is on hard,
27
and
Severe's gone second.
Severe goes into second place.
Danny Boyd's on the hard tyres. That's a good time.
Danny Boy on hards, currently the fastest.
Connoisseur's in third in the McLaren on a 110.3.
We've got also Frequis in the Alpha, finishing his hot lap, and he goes
109. 1098. Very good time from Frequis there in the Alpha. He had a bad race in Mexico, I think. I think he got disqualified, I believe. I believe we have got
one of the
Jonathan is out as well.
And going into 4th place.
So
and Bago just behind his teammate.
So at the Phil Pro's gone to pole 109.2. At the moment, anything from second place in the constructors is still up for grabs at the moment. I think there's a number of teams. I think it's between Ferrari. I can't remember. I know Ferrari are definitely in it. Oh look. Yeah, so the fight for seconds between Red Bull, Ferrari, Alfa and Renault.
Oh, Kubica has made the mistake and he's out of the session.
Wow, where's he lost that?
He spun on the pit entry. He just lost it and went straight into the wall.
Yeah, that's
and
quite...
Jonathan meanwhile goes fastest. He's on soft and he goes by half a second faster than Christopher in second.
Yeah, it's between for second place in the constructors. It's between Red Bull and Ferrari. Ferrari are currently 16 points behind Red Bull for second place in the constructors. It's between them two. Alfa can technically still get it as well because they're 6 points behind them. So.
That is such a troll. That is such a troll. Because Me6 didn't put the link in live, so I was gonna do it, and as I pressed send, it did it.
So at the moment, Jonathan has got the fastest lap of one. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 and sector 3. I believe that's Bando in Ferrari.
Yeah, he was preparing for his hot lap. He will now start it probably. Currently his teammate Jonathan is on pole, so let's see how the second Ferrari will do around Interlagos.
A 120.
Bato is on mediums, so yes.
So the only two people not to come out are Mr. Blue, aka Sweet Crown, and Sean Hammers. Yeah. Get it right this time. So at the moment, Jonathan is the man to beat.
Yeah, 19.7. That's his time.
Yeah, it's a very good time.
The only man to go down below the 1.9 order.
But I believe Mr. Blue can beat that if he comes out of the pit lane. But he did this in Mexico. He done this at Mexico. Came at the back. He started at the back of the grid and still won the race. So is he going to do the same here?
Bando is now crossing the line and he goes into 4th place.
That's a 1099.
Fastest man on mediums.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Came up. It's gone now though. So.
It's one of the Red Bulls. It's Dazzle going slowly.
It's the only Red Bull left on track. So, Sean Hammers has just now come out on the circuit for Racing Point. And we've got number 1. The track does look busy. Mr. Blue has come out of the pit lane. AKA Sweet Crown is out on the pit lane. On soft tyres.
We've got also one of the Mercedes, Kailet, on hot lap. It will be his first hot lap. He's got one more corner to go. DRS of course open. And let's see, can he beat his teammate? Yes, he can. goes into P3.
Yep,
P3 for
109.5.
Silver Arrow.
Massive lock up from Sweet Crown's teammate there. As Mr. Blue comes around the last couple of sections now to start his flying lap. Here he comes. Probably the only person that can beat Jonathan's time is this man here, the champion. And
but Jonathan is also improving, he's also on hot lap, and after first sector he's improving by 0.2 of a second, so that's going to be a very tight battle, and Mr. Blue has invalidated his lap.
Yes, he has indeed invalidated his lap.
So let's focus now on Jonathan, as he's now finishing the second sector.
He's just gone up 2 temps.
Yeah, he's still improving. And he's now going on to the main straight.
This is a great piece of circuit to get some extra speed down here. What's the time?
And now Jonathan.
108.3. Wow, 3 tenths of a second faster. Okay. Just got a Haas going wide, which won't cause any problems.
Carly Red is also crossing the line, and he goes into 3rd place.
That's a good time, 109.2.
For racing points at the moment.
And Mr. Blue, aka Sweet Crown, has dived into the pit lane.
Yeah, still 7 minutes to go in this session.
Yep.
So still plenty of time to make a lap.
Not much difference between the two Renaults.
12 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, that's pretty...
very close.
That is very close.
Very close.
The other Alpha.
That boy has just started his hot lap. He is on mediums.
Jonathan's come out again. Was he still... Oh, he's still out, isn't he? He's coming in. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He's coming out. Ferry's in P10. So 8th, 9th, from 8th, 9th and 10th are pretty close together.
Yeah, only 4 100ths of a second separating them. Danny Boy is on hot lap. He made his previous best on hards. Now he's on mediums, so he should improve.
So he's just started his flying lap now.
And he has got 6 tenths of improvement, so that's quite a big improvement.
That is a big improvement, huge. Mr. Blue's just come back out again. Row.
But let's see, as the Rhino is crossing the line, and that's 4th place.
That's a good time.
For Danny Boy.
109.4, very good time in there indeed.
Bago meanwhile has invalidated his lap.
So has Ferry.
Yes, Ferry did the same thing.
Yep, Ferry's done the same thing.
And Sweet Crown, aka Mr. Blue, is on out lap again.
Yes, he is. He's on the mediums. He's just behind his teammate.
Yeah, it really stopped the same out lap. I don't think so. No. He's going into the pits, so that gives Mr. Blue a clean space ahead of him.
Mr. Blue has just started his flying lap now. A 108.3 is the time to beat. Can the current Formula One, can the current champion get it done? Has an absolute dominant season so far. Can he continue?
Kylet, currently P5, is also improving by half a second. He will now cross the line.
Yeah, Sabir's on an out lap as well.
I think Sweet Crown's backed off.
Yeah, I think he has backed off.
And Kylet goes into 2nd place, and as you said,
109,
Mr. Blue is
109.0,
going
that's a good,
slowly.
yeah. Yeah, Mr. Blue's, yeah, Sweet Crown has backed off. He's completely backed off.
Yeah, but he will make another try, I believe.
He is going to get a time, but it's not very, very quick. In
No,
the pit
he's
lane
not.
he goes. He's dived in the pit lane again.
3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So still he has got plenty of time to make another lap.
Fretquist is going very, very slow in sector 2.
Oh, and he spins.
Yep. He's,
GNIEVKO.
well, that's Field Pro retired. That's good driving skill there from Fretquist to let other drivers pass. So it's quite tight. Got Sean Stewart out on an out lap. Is there anything he can do to improve his 1:10.7? Can he improve? Not at this moment in time. No. The yellow flag in sector 1, so it looks like Fretquist or one of the Alphas have lost it.
Danny Boy is on hot lap. He's now finishing the first sector, and no, he's on out lap.
I believe
Where
he's
is
on
Danny Boy?
on a hot lap, yeah.
So that's a glitch in my game. So Curry Red also started the hot lap.
I don't think Mr. Blue or aka Sweet Crown is going to come out in half a minute.
No, he's coming out.
Oh, he is coming
He's
out, is
just
he?
coming out.
Oh,
Yeah,
according to me,
just coming out
according to me,
on
he's on the pit lane. So
head of one of the pass, head of Sean
he is.
Stewart,
Yeah, he's on his out lap now.
and he should be able to start his last hot lap. He's on softs, so it's one last chance for him to beat Jonathan,
Yep.
who is also on out lap. Danny Boy, meanwhile, puts himself up into second place.
108.6. That's a good time.
Seconds behind Jonathan. So that's a pretty good reserve driver for Renault. Carly Red also in the last sector. At the racing point is now crossing the line to take 4th place. So he's jumping ahead of Really Slow Pro. And now we are waiting for his teammate.
Yeah, he's just coming round sector 3 now. Bagos is retired, so he's done. He will go P9.
And Hammer goes into 3rd place.
Nice,
So
Sean Hammers, 108.8.
Point, and Mr. Blue has just started his hot lap. Same with Jonathan, who improved, but he made a mistake and he validated his lap.
So it's down to these.
For Ferrari.
Yep, it's down to it's either down to Mystic Blue, aka Sweet Count, or Jonathan Cox. Which one will get it? You had to move past the racing point. This is sector.
Also crossing the line, and he goes into 7th place, just ahead of his teammate.
That'll be a good result for Alpha if they can finish 7th and 8th there. Just ahead of the other Ferrari. He's had Mr. Blue has had 3 cracks at this. Now can he get this? This is the 3rd attempt. Can he get something done on this circuit? The Red Bull driver's retired. Can he beat this 108.3 for Jonathan? He's gone in the... No, he's bolted in the pit lane.
He's doing the challenge. He's definitely doing the challenge.
He's going to start at the back like he done at Mexico. Wow.
So he surprised us all.
He did this at Mexico and still won the race. So your pole sitter will be Jonathan.
Yeah, that's gonna be Jonathan. At least Kyle still on hot lap, but I don't think so. I don't think that he will be able to beat Jonathan.
No, 1087.
He takes third place.
Yep. He did improve, but it's not enough to take pole, unfortunately. And you got racing points 3rd and 4th and 5th.
Yeah, again, good qualifying for them.
Very good. Yes, very good.
And same for Danny Boy, Renault in 2nd place.
Yeah, his teammates in 10th, so they'll be happy with that. Mercedes are 3rd and 11th.
And that's the end of quali.
That is the end of quali. So that was a good, very good session, some very quick times. So your pole sitter is Jonathan Cox on the Ferrari. So it's Jonathan, Danny Boy in the Renault, Kyle in the Mercedes, Sean Hammer's Racing Point, Curly Red, Phil Pro, Ferry, Fretquist, Brando, Bagos, Severe, Sear Kings, Connoisseur, Dulux, Sean Stewart, Domestic Divine at the back, Jim Strav, Mr. Blue, and Kubica. That is your lineup. 2/10 of a second between Danny Boy and Jonathan Cox. Well, this is a very good circuit to overtake on, though. Let's see what happens.
Very long main straight, and then again the back straight, where you can again use the DRS.
Correct.
And overtake.
There's 2 DRS zones here, isn't there? Oh, look at this! Wow.
We've got rain.
We had, yeah. Someone did say there was rain in the race, so this is going to change things quite drastically. I will get it out eventually.
Oh my gosh! Attention to detail. It's showing me the pit lane. And on the front wing, it actually shows the numbers of the cars, which is that is some right attention to detail.
It is right some attention. Right, we're going to start underway in any minute. Oh, we're on an interval. Remember that, Peter.
So everyone on intermediates.
I believe they are.
Currently not. Wets aren't in use, maybe in the
so we've got Jonathan, Danny Boy, Kyle, Sean Hammers, Curly Red, Phil Pro, Ferry, Fretquist, Brando, Bagos, Severe, CI Kings, Connoisseur, Dulux, Sean Stewart, Mystic Divine, Jim Strav, Mr. Blue aka Sweet Crown is 18th, and at the back is Kubica. Everybody is on intermediates as you said. 36 laps here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ayrton Senna's won here 3 times, I think. No, 4. I can't count.
I just noticed Jonathan's changed his helmet.
Yes, I did notice that. Yes, I did notice that. Yes, I noticed that. So, track doesn't look that wet.
Yeah, the rain isn't that heavy.
But you never know for Brazil. That's a lovely shot of all the cars.
Yeah, drivers are now lining up on their start spots, and for the penultimate time in this season.
Who will win this one? Will it be Sweet Crown? Will it be Jonathan? Or will we get a new race winner here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Five lights, and we are racing. Bit of a little light glitch there. Jonathan's got a good start. That's good to see.
Very good start. Also very good start for the Mercedes in behind his
Mystic Blue has gone up. Mystic Blue
is now fighting with Schoenhammer. Schoenhammer is now going up into third position. So that's quite a
virtual safety car. We have a virtual safety car. Mystic Blue is gone up from Mystic Blue's gone up from 17th to looks like 12th on the grid.
That's a very bad start for him.
We've got a virtual safety car for some
Sweetcrown already 6 positions up after 2 or 3 corners of racing.
He's very good here, but he does like the wet conditions, so this track is actually is in his favour at the moment.
Apart from
look at Dazzle with very major damage, same as Mystic Divine as he goes into the back of the Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull are down in 15th and 18th.
And he's still going into the back of...
So if Ferrari get good points here, Red Bull can't catch them, I believe. Because at the moment, they're down in 15th and 17th. Oh!
And we go racing again as Dazzle has led the session.
Yep. Hopefully he can rejoin. Well, he's down in 15th, so we've got Jonathan in first, Kyle in second, Sean Hammers in third, Danny Boy's in fourth, Phil Prost fifth, Curly Red is 6th, Ferry 7th, Brago's 8th, Sax Brando's 9th.
Wow.
Mystic Blue.
We got a major crash in the pit lane.
Yeah.
We got Dazzle trying to go into the pit lane, but
yeah, CA Kings
can't quite do it because CA Kings is
just... Mystic Blue's up to 10th. Mystic Blue's up to 10th. Connors is 11th, Fretquist is 12th, Kubitza's 13th, Jim's 14th, Sean Stewart is 15th, Mystic Divine is in the pit lane, Severe's in the pit lane. Yeah, it is CI Kings. He's absolutely lost it in turn 3.
And we've got 3 stopper losing position to Ferry up into 5th. And Danny Boy is also retaking his position on Schoenhammer. So Danny Boy back onto the podium.
I'm surprised the safety car wasn't pulled out for that, but that looked quite a nasty accident. So at the moment, there is your race leader. Mystic Blue's up to 9th, so Sweetcrown's absolutely had a flyer.
Yeah, same as Jimstro and Kubica. They also had very good starts. Jimstro 5 positions up, and Kubica 6 positions up. Fretquist and Sever have lost many positions. Fretquist has lost 7 positions.
Yeah, I think it's due to that accident that happened with CI Kings on the pit straight, I believe. Mystic Blue's just overtaken Curly Red for P8.
Not only because, but Curly Red goes very deep on the brakes, and he missed completely the first 2 corners, and he's coming back on track behind Bando.
So Ferry has got past Sean's Hammers. Wow, so
not quite.
Fritquist is in the pit lane.
With the inside line.
Fritquist is in the pit lane. So he must have picked up some damage.
And his teammate Ferry going up into 4th.
That'd be a good result. So at the moment, with Mercedes
still trying to fight back to Bando, and he makes it down the inside into his hairpin.
Yeah. So that is P9 for Curly Red.
Also Sweetcrown, aka Mr. Blues, very close to Bago. Bago is fighting with Cristoforo.
Yeah, you can tell it's not completely wet yet because the dry line's still there. But Jonathan's not done anything wrong yet.
And Mr. Blue, will we see a move on Bago already now? Yes.
Yes,
there goes. Maybe even Cristoforo will be under pressure. Then down inside tries to go Mr. Blue, but he can't quite do it. Goes too far.
Bando's got past Bando and Curly Red are having a ding dong for 7th, for the 9th and 10th. So, can Mr. Blue, aka Sweetcrown, get past his teammate? The Renault goes for a dive on the inside. That was a very bold move from Bagos. Very bold move.
Oh,
and
I
think
Mr. went into the wall.
Yeah, he went into. I think he went. He tried to go past one of them at Williams's and went into the wall.
That was a very close call. Bago made everything to avoid crashing into the back of Mr.
That could have turned into a very nasty accident. So at the moment, Mr. Blue, aka Sweet Crown, is up to P6 and is chasing down Sean Hammers in the racing point. He's done it again.
Up into 6 in 4 laps from the last place.
He's very strong in wet conditions though.
Danny Boy now with the problems going onto the main straight, and he will now be under pressure from Ferry. Mr. Blue, of course, with the fastest lap of the race, 120.0.
Yeah, Ferry's all over that gearbox. That Renault is starting to have a few problems.
Commentator in the pit lane.
Yep, again that's from P11 I believe. Oh, we've lost one. A Haas is gone. A Haas is retired. We have lost a Haas. And Bagos is
VSC.
Bagos is gone as well. So Bagos is retired along with Sean Stewart. I don't know actually what happened, but both of them have retired. So you got Severe and Connoisseur having a. Yeah, well, Severe's going to get out of Connoisseur any day, so. Yeah, we've got another virtual safety car. So we've lost 4 drivers in 5 laps. Oh, we still do have the Red Bull driver. He is still racing, according to my screen.
Yeah, and we go racing again.
Yeah,
PSC is gone, and Ferry already very close to Danny Boy.
So we've lost 3 drivers.
Even closer to Hammer. And now he pulls out the outside line into turn 1, and he brakes later than the racing point.
Got him.
Around the outside goes Mr. Blue, and he gets it.
That's a great move there from Mr. Blue. Great move. All he's now got to do is get past Ferry and Danny Boy, who are 2 up the road from this battle. Ferry is still trying to get past Danny Boy in the Renault, but not yet.
He stays behind the Renault.
Yep.
But maybe now he pulls up the outside line into this double apex corner, and now he makes a switchback. Beautiful move for Ferry, and he gets this position.
A little bit of a touch, but got it done. Ooh. And Sweet Crown and Mr. Blue, aka Sweet Crown, is now behind Danny Boy, so Ferry's got up to 3rd.
Very good job for him.
That's a very good drive. But what can Mr. Blue is right behind Danny Boy in the Renault now. This is going to be a good battle as they're approaching. I believe that's one of the Red Bull drivers.
Yeah, and Danny Boy had some problems overtaking the Dazzle.
Yep. But Mr. Blue, aka Sweet Crown.
But now Danny Boy has lost it on the braking, and Mr. Blue is now
Blue's got him done. Got him done.
And he gets it.
Yep, that's P4. That is P4
already.
Wow, that is a good. This is an absolute great drive. Great.
He's just on another level than anyone else. And
14 positions he's gone up. That's amazing.
And he's now chasing down Ferry
for P3
for the podium place.
Meanwhile, Jonathan Cox has got a 2.5 second gap between himself and Kyle. Mystic Divine's got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, Ferry's starting to close on Kyle.
Yeah, under a second of lead.
Yeah, he's under a second. Yeah, so is Mr. Blue under a second. Fastest lap belongs to Mr. Blue, 1:19.8.
Freckles is fighting with Mr. Divine. There was a contact.
Yeah,
and Mystic Divine has spun round.
Yeah, McLaren spun it. But as you said, there was a bit of contact. I can see a McLaren in sector 2. Jim Strad just picked up a penalty. 3-second penalty. He's currently in 10th at this precise moment. So we've had some good action. Oh, a little bit twitchy there. We've had some good action here. But what can Mr. Blue, aka Sweetcran, can he get past this Ferry and Kyle to get to now close the gap on Jonathan? That's the question. He did this exactly. He's done the same strategy in Mexico. He's trying to do it again.
Ferry now with the mistake on this corner.
Dudley has rejoined the session.
Yeah.
That's good to see.
And now as they are coming onto the main straight,
yeah,
can Mr. Blue make a move?
Gap is
He's
closing.
He's definitely closing. He pulls out, take the outside line.
Mr. Blue's got another
with the
fastest
fast
lap.
lap of the race, and around the outside goes Mr. Blue, but not quite, not here.
Not quite yet. No. There is another chance to get another. There is another opportunity to get it down the start-finish line.
But now it looks like Ferry is closer to make a move on Kyle, but also not. He wasn't.
Yeah, Kyle and Ferry are very, very close. These three are very close to each other. You can just see the gaps. You can just see how close these three are. Ferry's just waiting for an opportunity. That's all he needs. He just needs one opportunity to pass, and Carl's there for the taking. Has a look. Meanwhile, Jonathan's increasing his lead.
Nearly 4 seconds ahead of Mercedes.
Yep.
And now as they're again coming onto the main straight, the starter straight, very close to Kyle.
Very close to Kyle. Yeah. Don't tell me they're going to go
three
wide. Yes, they've gone 3 wide.
3 wide into third one.
And Mr. Blue.
Mr. Blue in the middle.
In the middle.
And Kyle with the inside, but
Ferry's got P2. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he has not. Kyle got back at him. What a great race. What a great passing sequence from Mr. Kyle and Ferry there. 3 wide on the pit start straight. What a rate. What a 3 wide. Man, only Brazil can entertain. Only Brazil can entertain. Oh, Ferry's gone wide. Ferry's gone wide. And Mr. Blue has got past him. Has he? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Ferry's got the gap. Ferry's got him. Mr.
Now with the inside, and he gets in front of Ferry.
Yep. So, because obviously Ferry went wide in one of the turns, he's now down. He's now got to catch this man, Kyle, who's 4.5 seconds down the road from Jonathan Cox, who is absolutely flying.
He got away, and now Mr. Blue is closing on this Mercedes.
Mercedes versus Mercedes.
No chance, absolutely no chance in the fight with.
He's got him done. Got him.
Yeah, he has got it done, and Mr. Blue up into second place in 11 laps of racing. And now the charge will be on 5 seconds to Jonathan,
who is currently in the lead. There he is. Oh, Jonathan's made contact with
Oh, and he
crashed into
damage.
Yeah, it's either Mystic or Connoisseur.
It's Mystic, I believe.
Wow.
Mystic also with damage.
Wow.
But Jonathan, that's gonna massively hurt his chances of winning this race.
Yes,
Mr. Blue has already
closed it.
Got 1.5 seconds up on Ferrari.
That's wow. He must be cursed he must be extremely upset in that helmet. Why didn't Mystic Divine just move out of the way? That happens. It's racing. But how much damage has he got? He could have lost an end plate or something.
He has lost half of his advantage on one lap only.
He's coming in.
He's coming into the pits.
He's coming in. So he's going to lose the lead of this race.
Blue is taking the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix.
And sets the fastest lap in the process.
Yeah.
So I think Jonathan's coming in for
17 places up.
Yeah, new front wing. New front wing for Jonathan. So Ferry's now up into third. So here's your new race leader. So
Kyle is fighting with Mystic Divine. Mystic Divine doesn't want to be overtaken and he nearly collects a Ferry. And Ferry makes a contact with Mercedes. What is going on here? As Danny Boy comes out on top of this battle and he goes into second place now. Schumacher has also overtaken Kyle. And Kyle makes a contact with Mystic Divine.
wow.
Mystic Divine, what are you doing? He's changing the race. But I don't know what to say.
This is what happens in Brazil. You're always guaranteed some form of action. We've got another virtual safety car. That's not the third one. At least we've had no more drivers retire yet.
Don't jinx it.
No, I won't jinx it. We've got Ferry. Ferry's done really well. So Danny Boy's up to second, Ferry's third, Sean Hammers is fourth, Phil Pro is fifth, Kyle's sixth.
And Mr. Blue has come into the pit lane.
Yes, Cody Red is seventh, Bando's eighth, Jim's ninth, Jonathan's down in 10th, Kubica's 11th, Severe's 12th, Connoisseur 13th, Friquist down in 14th. He's got no front wing. I've just noticed that. Mystic Divine. Kyle's got a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and the Red Bull driver is last. So at the moment, Danny Boy is leading this race for Renault.
Yeah, we've got the Renault and then two
racing points.
Two racing points.
And then Brando in fourth, Jim Strav in fifth.
And Jonathan
Got a penalty.
yeah, he got a penalty, but
he's behind Mr. Blue. Wow.
Jim Straw has also made a very good job, 12 positions up.
That's a very good job.
P5.
Yeah.
But he's done it not once, not twice, as he is also always starting from the last place, and then he's making a great recovery. He made it in Hungary, I believe.
Yep. But the racing points again. Oh, Friquist is gone. Friquist is retired. The Alpha has retired. Friquist has retired from this race.
He made it in the pit lane.
He is in the pit lane. I can confirm he does look like he's in the pit lane. So obviously he did have no nose. Whoa, Danny Boy went a little bit wide and Sean Hammers has taken the lead. Yep, Racing Point are in the lead.
Bando with the penalty.
Yep.
Carly Red trying to overtake Mystic Divine. This McLaren is very dangerous.
Yeah. Well, he's got past him. He has got past him. So it's a Racing Point 1 and 3. Phil Price has picked up another 3-second time penalty. So the gap between Sean Hammers and Danny Boy is 8 tenths. Lap 14 out of 36. Anybody now can win this. But with Jonathan behind Mr. Blue, you never know. Kubica is actually in the top 8. That's good to see. Is he the only? Yes, he's the only Haas driver running. He's the only Haas driver left running in this race.
Mr. Blue already at the back of Jimstro, and Jimstro has got some problems with his internet probably, but Mr. Blue is now very close to attack the Red Bull, and he makes another fastest lap.
Fastest lap, yeah.
Maybe now Jimstro makes a mistake in turn 1, but now Mr. Blue with a better exit out of the second turn, and now he pulls up to take the inside line, and they are going side by side into turn 4.
Should let him go.
And Mr. Blue with the inside gets this 5th position from Red Bull.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
Next target Bando, who also
in
is
P4.
really struggling with his tires to stay on track. Mr. Blue with fresh rubber will be pushing hard.
Same as Jonathan, he's got fresh rubber as well, so Jonathan Bando's a sitting duck. Who hasn't made a pit stop? So, Sean Hammers, Danny Boy, Curly Red, Bando, Jim Strav and Kubica have not stopped as yet. It's just a matter of time before Mr. Blue gets past him.
Yeah, he's also fighting with Ferry.
Yeah, Kubica's got...
And there was a contact, and they nearly spun, but fortunately no major damage. And Mr. Blue around the outside gets this 4th position.
Did push Bando a little bit wide, but did get the move done.
And Ferry also tries to make the same thing on Kubica, but not quite. Kubica defends his position.
He's in the middle of 2 Ferrari engines. Carlet's in the Severe's in the pit lane.
And Ferry finally makes it, and it looks like he overtakes Kubica. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Yep. So we've got Severe's in the pit lane at the moment. He's just coming out now. So he's got Mr. Balloon, he's got to get past Curly Red, Danny Boys and Sean Hammers. Jim's slammed in between two Ferraris. Just seen it.
And Mr. Blue is already really
what a move on the inside!
And he does it on the inside, yeah.
That's a great move. What a great move that is.
He's much faster than anyone else.
Curly Red's just got another penalty, so...
Jonathan also struggling to...
Kubica's in the pit lane.
Into the back of GNIEVKO.
We've got Kubica's in the pit lane, so... That's probably for a fresh set of intermediates.
GNIEVKO fighting with Bando.
That is for
P5,
isn't it?
This Ferrari sandwich.
Oh, Bando's got a little bit wide!
Yeah, there was a contact, I believe, but GNIEVKO makes it.
That's a great, yeah. Bando's obviously struggling on those inters now. The problem is he's got his teammate behind him. Kubica's taking a long time in the pit lane. Oh, he's just come out. I was going to say, what's taking him so long? Will we see that Ferrari dive in the pit lane? You've got Jonathan right behind him as well, so... Mr. Blue sets another fastest lap. Jim Strav in the pit lane!
Yeah, GNIEVKO is coming in. And Jonathan versus Bando. Bando doesn't defend. And Jonathan takes the inside.
Got him.
And he gets it.
So Ferry goes up to P7 with... So the only people not to pit are Sean Hammers, Danny Boy, Curly Red and Bando. The only 4 drivers not to stop.
Yeah, and we are now halfway through
18 laps. We are indeed.
And it doesn't stop raining. But...
No, it is. Well, it hasn't stopped. It's. Oh, Mystic Divine's got a 3-second penalty. No, it's not stopped at all. No. So who is at the moment, Sean Hammers is still in the lead. And he's gone into the pit lane.
Coming in.
Yeah, he's just pitted, which means Danny Boy will take the lead of the Grand Prix as Mystic Blue, aka Sweet Crown, does another fastest lap.
Racing Point to double stacking.
Yeah, Racing Point are double stacking. And Bando's coming as well. So Bando has come in. So the only person not to stop at the moment is Danny Boy in the Renault.
Yeah, Danny Boy currently leading, but Mr. Blue is closing and closing.
Yeah, 1.4. He's gone up 16 positions.
And Ferry fighting with Simhammer. Simhammer freshly out of the pit lane, and he loses the position to Alpha.
Jonathan back up to Pete, back into the top three again. Jim Strab's got in front of Curly Red.
Yeah, Jonathan back into the podium place, but he's nearly 10 seconds.
Yeah, Mr. Blue is catching Danny at a rate of knots. He's obviously struggling on those tyres.
And he's gonna come in.
Yeah, he's dived in.
Yes.
He's dived in. He has dived in. So Mystic Blue will now retake the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. 19 laps on the intermediates. Jonathan's gone up to second.
So it's now gonna be all about Jonathan versus Mr. Blue, but this 11 seconds now.
Yeah, that's a
can be too much. It's too much.
Well, unless Mr. Blue makes a mistake.
Danny Boy is coming out in 5th.
Yeah, unless Mr. Blue makes a mistake, which he hardly does. He does not make any mistakes. Bando's has got another penalty. We've got Mystic Divine in the pit lane. He seems to be struggling around this circuit, Mystic, for some reason. Yeah, the gap, yeah. So the racing points at the moment are 4th and 9th, so Mr. Blue, Jonathan Cox, Ferry, Sean Hammers, Danny Boy, Phil Pro, Kylet. Wow, Kylet's not right behind Phil Pro. Jim Strabs in 8th, Cully Red Snipe, Sax Bando's 10th, Kibitza's 11th, just outside the points. Connoisseur's 12th, Severe's 13th, Dulux is 14th, having a bit of a scrap with Mystic Divine.
And Dazzle goes into the grass to maybe overtake Mystic, but
those two are having a scrap for 14th and 15th. 11 seconds is the gap. This is some good. This has been a 21 laps done. There is Jonathan. Ferry's in 3rd. He's had another strong race. Oh, Connoisseur's gone in the pit lane. So Connoisseur has gone into the pit lane. Let's see what he does. Set of inters. And out he comes. And Severe's past him. We've got Kyle still behind Phil Pro. This is for 6th and 7th. Mercedes versus Mercedes. This is going to be interesting. So we've got both the McLarens dead. Well, not quite dead last, but
yeah, but they are very, very low.
Yeah. They're not at the best race, the McLarens, but
not a very good season for this team.
Well, let's hope they can do something. They just got to keep their heads down now. They've only got one more race to go, and then it's a whole reset. So some teams have struggled, some teams have really struggled, some teams have massively, Like Alpha, for example, they've just been amazing. You know, Williams,
Yeah.
unstoppable. Mystic Divine's got, well, these at the back are having a bit of a ding-dong.
Oh, they are still touching. They are also fighting with Sever.
Yeah, Severe is in 12. Oh, look, Divine touches the Red Bull driver, goes a little bit wide. Mr. Blue set another
And they are still
fastest
going
lap.
side by side. Mr. Blue, of course, with the fastest lap of the race, and Mystic Divine is going into the wall, and that's the end of the race
Yeah, he's out.
for McLaren. And we've got a VSC for the fourth time.
Fourth time. 4 VFCs. This is not a safety car. Yeah, that's just before the pit straight. Yeah. We've got Kyle in the pit lane. Kyle is coming to the pit lane. Another.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got a penalty.
in the pit.
He's got a penalty. He's serving his penalty. Good call. Good strategy there from Kyle there from McLaren to get service penalty.
He will probably rejoin
P10 probably.
close to Kubica.
Yeah, very close to
maybe
Kubica.
behind.
Because Kubica's just coming round that sector 1 now.
The VSC is gone, but who will be in front? I think it's gonna be Kubica, but that's gonna be close.
This is gonna be very close. Kubica has got in front. Dudux is now coming. He's now coming to the pit lane, but he's a lap down. What can he do? A new nose and a set of new tyres. The gap between Mr. Blue and Jonathan is 14 seconds. 15 seconds now. That is a big gap.
Yeah, that's a massive gap. Even it makes it even larger that Mr. Blue have been starting from the last play from the last
17th,
row.
I believe he qualified. He did it in Mexico. He's done it in Brazil. But it's not over yet.
Lap number 24, still 12 to go.
Fuel Pro's got a penalty. So, Mr. Blue, Jonathan, Ferry, Sean Hammers, Danny Boy, Fuel Pro, Jim Strav, Curly Red, Brando's up in tonight. Kubica has got a point, but Kyle is all over him. This is for P9 and 10. Where are they? They're just coming down the back straight now. Kyle has a look. Good defending there from Kubica.
Kyle couldn't quite do it. Yeah.
No.
And he makes a mistake. He goes on the curve. But fortunately for him, no major consequences.
So for P10 and 11 is going to be interesting.
Oh, and Dazzle has spun.
Yellow flag, yep, yellow flag. I've just seen it. Yellow flag. So he's obviously lost it. Yeah, you can tell the massive gap between Sweet Crown and Jonathan. Jonathan's in section 1 and Sweet Crown's in what, sector 2? So that's a huge gap. 16.3 seconds the gap is. But the question is, Ferry is closing on Jonathan.
Yes, he still has got a chance for the second place. I'm gonna check the penalties. Mr. Blue, no penalties. Jonathan, he has got one penalty.
He has got one penalty, yes. Ferry's in third.
Ferry doesn't have one.
Sean Hammer's fourth.
Sean Hammer, no penalties.
Then we've got Danny Boy.
Same thing, without penalties.
His teammate, I know Phil Pro's got at least a penalty.
He has got 2.
He's got 2, okay. Jim Strav, Jim Strav's going to overtake his teammate.
Jim Strav with 1 penalty. I have seen also Kubica going wide there. Kyle has closed up him.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. That back end's all over the place.
So currently, Jonathan may be under pressure from Ferry.
Yep.
But Ferry has to go down.
And Jonathan has got that penalty over his head as well.
Yeah.
So these two are gonna. This is for 10th position. This is going to be a good battle. We've got 10 laps to go. Oh, the Red Bull driver's gone. Yep, he's retired. Virtual safety car.
And we've got virtual safety car.
That's the what, 5th one? So we've lost.
5th one.
That's
not even had a normal safety car yet.
No, we've only had virtuals. That'll a bit of a blow to Red Bull's. And Ferry's got a penalty, drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car.
That is handed straight into Sean Hammers.
That is handed the advantage to Sean Hammers. Yes, it has.
It's coming in.
Mr. Blue's coming in the pit lane. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but he has got a huge gap, so
yeah, 21 seconds.
Yeah.
Is it enough? It should be.
Yeah, I think that he's gonna be in front of Jonathan.
Oh, is he? Where is Jonathan? Oh, this is gonna be tight. This is gonna be so close.
Rejoice ahead of the Ferrari.
Yeah, but the gap is now, he's closed that gap down to 1.2.
Yes, so it still can get interesting.
Kyle's got past Kubica. Yep, got him for 10th. So that was interesting. Mr. Blue making another pit stop, which was interesting.
But Kubica can he fight back? He takes the outside into turn 1. And he goes cleanly around the outside, but
nice move.
He didn't have the momentum to get in front of Kyle, so Kyle stays in 10th.
That's gonna be a good little battle for not 10th there.
And Mr. Blue is getting away again. 2.5 seconds.
Ferry's still in 3rd, but with that penalty on, with that drive-through, he's still got to do his drive-through, I believe.
If he doesn't go in, then he's going to get disqualified, just like Mexico.
Yeah, he's got three laps.
Yeah, he's got 3 laps to do it in, yes, or he gets disqualified. That is correct. If he doesn't do it within the 3 laps, he will get disqualified from the race, like he did in Mexico. Speeding under the virtual safety car. Wow. So we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4. We've lost 6 drivers. Out of 19, we've lost 6. 28 laps. Mr. Blue is still out in front by 3.6 seconds. Now 3.8.
So let's see if Ferry will make his penalty in this lap.
I'm on board with Ferry now to see if he will dive into the pit lane. This is his first one. Severe's got a penalty.
Yeah. But Severe is down in 12th.
This
Mr.
will
Blue,
be,
of course.
Yes, he's coming in.
He's coming in.
Yep,
he's coming in.
Yep. This time he obeys it.
And he gets the 5 seconds.
Gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Just not been his race today. It's not been his race.
So, really Pro and GNIEVKO. I think that Ferry is gonna come out between Pro and GNIEVKO, or maybe even in front of GNIEVKO.
No, they'll be coming out in front. He'll be coming out in front of them.
Yeah.
He's just coming out now.
The position's lost.
There is your race leader. What an absolute drive he's had.
He's quite close to Sean Hammer. So
yes, he is quite close to Sean Hammers.
so we still may see a battle for the podium place for the last
6 laps to go.
6 laps to go. Lap number 30.
Yep. Number 30, so we've got 6 left. The Danny boy is very, very close to Sean Hammers. Very close.
Danny boy has run out of fuel this job.
I think he has, is he? Yeah, yeah, he seems to be struggling a little. As Mr. Blue comes to complete the 31st lap. 5 to go. He's technically done a Lewis Hamilton in 2008.
Is that blocked?
Answering right. I wanted to say that he's close to Mystic Divine, so still something can happen, but
yeah, Mystic Divine just lets him go. Right. No, that's not Mystic Divine, that's Connoisseur. That's Connoisseur. The only McLaren left in the race.
And Danny Boy still can't quite close up to Hammer.
Check.
But Hammer
fastest lap at the moment is Mr. Blue. The fastest lap at the moment is a Mr. Blue with a 1:17.6. He has the fastest lap.
Yeah, and he has got it by far. Because everyone else 1:19 and 1:20.
I believe so, yeah.
2 seconds faster.
Yeah, 1:19s, 1:20s, yeah. He's obviously quicker. He got a flag in sector 2.
I think Kyle with the penalty. Same Mr. Blue also with the 3-second time penalty.
Ooh. Yeah, but I don't think that penalty is going to affect his time. I believe that was the hash driver going wide. Brando's got another penalty. Danny Boy's got picked up a penalty.
Yeah, so that I think that that's the end of the fight for Danny Boy for the podium.
Yes, I believe it is.
Hammer hasn't got any warnings.
Not at the moment. Nothing's popped up on my screen.
So 4 to go.
4 to go. Mystic Blue, Jonathan Cox, Sion Hammers, Danny Boy, Ferry, Phil Pro, Jim Strav, Cody Red, Bando, Kyle, Kubica, Severe, and Connoisseur. And that is... He's coming past, I believe that is Severe.
Severe also... Oh, Severe crashes just ahead of Mr. Blue.
Yep. And he's done another fastest lap of 1:17.5. He's gone quicker.
He's going even quicker.
So we've now lost 7 drivers.
12 left.
Yep, 3 left.
This also with the damage, going P11.
I think if we get one more retirement, one of those 11th and 12th are going to get a set of points. Depends. So we've got 1 Merc left. You're a flag in sector 3.
It's one of the Ferraris.
I believe it's Bando.
It's Bando, I believe. Yes,
yep,
it
was
Bando.
Bando.
Connoisseur in last place. He's standing
we've lost
sideways.
Yeah, Connoisseur's lost it as well.
Also, it's not all over yet for P6, as Tristopro is under pressure from GNIEVKO.
Yes, he is as well. Let's check that out.
GNIEVKO also very good race, 10 positions up.
I think he's got a couple of penalties though. Commentators has got picked up a penalty.
Yeah, Commentators with the penalty.
That's not really going to do much for him because he's out of the points, unfortunately.
Yeah, 3 laps to go.
2, actually, because Sweetcrown's just crossed the line.
Okay, I'm 2.
Sweetcrown's just got a Haas going super wide. That must be Kubica. He's the only Haas left in the race. Yeah, this race, Mr. Blue's absolutely got it. How many positions has he gone up today? I thought he's gone up a few. He's gone up 17 places.
17 places.
17.
18 to first.
Yep, that is a heck of a drive.
And GNIEVKO now pulling up, take the outside line into turn 1.
Got him.
And
no,
get the job done on Tristopro. There was a contact, and GNIEVKO has to stay behind. Oh, there was another contact, and GNIEVKO nearly spins, and I think that's the end of this battle.
Yeah, yellow flag sector 1, I've just seen it.
Much time, and Carly Red has closed up to him.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting fight for 7th and 8th. That is. As we've got Mr. Blue now coming round the last sector to do the 1 lap before the end. We have got 1 lap remaining. This is lap 35. 1 more. One more lap, and the Haas goes wide again.
And Jonathan comes into the pit lane. I don't know why, but he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose his podium place.
Set of tyres.
Is he changing his front wing? No.
No, tyres. So he will lose that P2. He will lose that P2.
And maybe even P5.
Yes. He's behind. He's just behind Ferry. So Danny Boy will get some points for Renault.
So that's a very good strategy from Ferrari.
Strange one, but
don't worry, it's all part of the Great Ferrari master plan.
Okay.
Unless those tyres were going dead. as Mr. Blue now comes around the last sector to do the last lap.
Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yep, he's on the last official lap. Danny Boy is getting closer to Sean Hammers. He's very close.
Yeah, it's still not over. Carly Red still also can get this 7th place from GNIEVKO.
So there's a couple of positions.
Also Kyle, close to Bando.
Yep. Bando has got penalties, so... Here's Mr. Blue, he's in sector 2. It's been another absolute dominant drive from this man. The current champion.
20 seconds ahead of Sean Hammers.
Wow. Absolute dominant drive from this guy. 17 places up.
And it was Sean Hammers with only 1 stop, and Mr. Blue had 2. So that's even more dominating.
Yeah, it is. As Mr. Blue comes round, he will win the Brazilian Grand Prix, and he does win the Brazilian Grand Prix. Great drive.
Does it once again in this season.
Yep, he's had an absolute dominant season. Here comes Sean Hammers in the Racing Point. This will be a good result for Racing Point if they can finish in 2nd. He's just got a couple more turns to do. He will finish, I believe he will finish 2nd.
Yeah, we've got a podium for the team from Silverstone, and
Danny Boy comes home 3rd, Ferry's 4th. Kubica's retired! Wow, we lost one at the end! Jonathan will come home in P5. Phil Pro will come out in P6, but look how close these two are. Look how close these two are between. Oh.
It's gonna be a drag race to the finish.
It's gonna be a drag race.
Just like Gasly, Hamilton, and
Jim Straps, P6.
And Carly Red stays in 8th, and Bando also still fighting.
Yeah, but he's got Kyle right behind him.
Yes, Kyle goes into P9.
Yep, because Bando had that penalty.
So very exciting finishes.
Very exciting finish. Very exciting finish. Oh, Jonathan had a puncher. Oh, Jonathan picked up a puncher. That's why he changed. That's why he changed the tyres. He said he'd rather take the points than the puncher. So that's probably why he dropped his pace.
So unfortunately, pit stop on the penultimate lap made him not finishing on the podium.
He still gets points. He still gets points. What a drive from Sean Hammers though. So here is your official race result. We will go for it momentarily.
So Mr. Blue, of course, another dominant drive.
He did
then
pick up a penalty.
Hammer, also very good drive, no penalties.
No.
Second place for him. Danny Boy finishes in third, also very good result for the Renault.
Ferry
and then outside of the podium we got Ferry and Jonathan, our pole sitter, who unfortunately...
Another great drive from Jim to get P6.
And then Jim, of course, 11 positions up. And Trillisto Pro, Carly Red, Kyle and Bando closing the top 10.
That's a great
then
race.
we've got Connoisseur Budyniu outside of top 10. And Kubica Sever, Dazzle, Mystic Divine, Frequis Bago, Sean Stewart and CA Kings. And they all didn't finish this race.
So the next round will be the final race for the season. It'll be at Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. Until then, I am PRT Schumacher, along with my commentating friend here.
Yes, I was here.
GNIEVKO. So until then, we'll all see you next week. Thank you for tuning in, every single one of you. We hope to see you at the penultimate race in Abu Dhabi. Until then, it's good evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.